This is a meeting of the Parking Authority of Fairfield. The regular meeting is being held Thursday, November 17th, 2022 at 7 p.m. The meeting is being held in person and via conference call bridge.
Great. Thank you, Eileen. Good evening. This is Rich Fitzgerald here. I know Eileen circulated the agenda just a couple days ago. So first off here is to call to order the meeting. I guess, Eileen, do we have to make a motion for that? I don't think so, right?
No.
Okay.
Just on the minutes.
Just want to make sure on that. And then just one other item here on the agenda that wasn't on there, but we do need to approve the meeting minutes from the October 20th meeting. They were circulated this past Tuesday when Eileen circulated them to everybody. I had no comments there. I didn't know if others had any edits or comments. If not, I'll make a motion here to approve those minutes.
I second it.
Okay.
Adrian?
It's Adrian seconding. Great. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Excellent. All right. We have that formally approved. Next on the item here is just the Parking Authority Office Report. I mean, do you want to give us a quick update on everything in your world?
Sure. To date, we have 1742 Fairfield permits, 267 Southport, so about 2,000 in total.
Great.
We continue to get inquiries for permits. More and more people seem to be going back to work, so those that gave it up are coming back, and then there's some new people as well. The day parkers, the month to date is 105, with 93% of that at Fairfield and 7% at Southport. Year-to-date average is 63, and that's because the number gets skewed because of the summer months and so on. So it's not really as meaningful, the year-to-date number.
Mm-hmm.
The Southport kiosk has been down for a bit. We've had the company sending us parts, and we've been putting them in, but to no avail. It's still not working. So we have a tech coming next week to try and test and repair the kiosk so that we can get it up and running again.
Okay.
The LPR was down for a little over a week. We ended up determining that the docking station was faulty. So during that time, the specials used the handhelds to issue tickets, so it wasn't like a loss.
Right.
But anyway, we got that part, and we replaced it Tuesday morning, I think it was, and yesterday, right? Oh, no, whatever, 2 days ago. And now everything's working fine, so the LPR is back in operation.
Okay. Is that
so
why?
Eileen,
sorry, it's Rich. Is that why we're not maybe getting the stats in terms of the? Okay. I was going to ask why we haven't been getting them, but clearly the data that comes in off the LPR is the source of that, and it's not working. Then I understand that. So okay.
Right. So now we'll get back to it, and we'll start to update again. Also, tomorrow I'm meeting with PD regarding the Fairfield lights, and also thinking about increasing the specials hours by a couple extra hours, because we are seeing that there are a lot of people who are coming in around 11, 12, and the current shift is over at 12, and sometimes they get there in the afternoon. But with this, we'll increase the hours, and so I'm going to be meeting about that tomorrow. I also have a meeting with engineering and public works regarding the station updates for the Fairfield station, to talk about, the floor, the walls, and that kind of thing. About a week ago, I met with James Ryan and an exterior painter, and there's a lot of wood rot on the station house at Fairfield. that would need to be repaired, and the plan is to do this in the spring. We have one quote, and we're going to try and get another one or two quotes and see where they all fall out. It is a big job, so I don't think we're going to get a huge variation in prices. I also want to mention that a driver rode up on the lawn area right by that new apartment building on the Naughty Dolphin side. A driver rode up one evening and pretty damaged the lawn pretty good. I mean, whoever it was, he or she, made huge tire tracks. So I don't know what happened. Fortunately, they did not hit the platform, but DOT came out to inspect with us, and one of the things is they destroyed the historic places sign. That sign, before we go and replace it, it really isn't visible there because once you have some cars parked, and especially if they're SUVs, you don't even see it. So I'd like to propose that maybe we do a plaque on the station house, a small plaque that would be by the entrance. And if, everyone thinks that's a good idea, then I can go and price it.
That sounds like it makes sense to me.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Good. Sounds good. We've got buy-in here, so.
Okay.
I agree. It's a good idea.
Yeah, we don't need the large sign. No, people don't see it with the way the cars are up against the platforms. You just don't see the sign, so it's kind of a waste. I think that on the station house would look better.
And you said it's currently on the Naughty Dolphin side?
Well, there's one on the other side as well. When you enter from Encore Place, there is a sign there. And then there's also one, that they're all kind of like at the entrances to the main entrances to the station. But in this case, the one in the north side, you see it as soon as you pull in. This one, a lot of people don't even know it's there because it's always hidden by the cars.
Was there any cameras that maybe could have identified who maybe destroyed that? Or is that just police department are moving on from that? Well,
the MTA went out there and investigated. I guess they saw something. They didn't see the car, but they saw it the next day or that evening. And Fairfield police were not called in to investigate. The driver had left the scene, so there was really nothing that could be done. So there's really no follow-up. If we had known who it was, we could have, had the insurance company pay for the replacement sign, but we don't know who the person is.
Okay.
All right, so that's pretty much most of my report for today.
Before we go on to the next topic here, just maybe a 5-second overview on the audit. I know you got pretty good progress so far.
Right.
I know last year, if everyone remembers, the audit report was delivered probably about 6 months after the year end, which was not a great sight or a great, just feeling to get a report so delinquent. It was actually like 2 years in a row. But I think, I don't want to steal Eileen's thunder here, but I think we're on better track right now.
Right. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Yeah, I've been working with the auditor, and I think he has everything he needs to complete the audit. He's going to give me a draft that he believes will answer, all of the questions, give all the financials, and then I can share that with you, and then he'll present it at a board meeting. He'll finalize it and then present it at a board meeting, afterward. But he also is doing the town audit, and that has a hard deadline of December 31st. So he's trying to get both things done at the same time.
So there's a chance we might, for the January meeting, have the full audit report at least. That'd be a nice target, given, I think last year was in March, I think, we got the report. So we get 2 months better improvement year over year. That would be really great. But I know, Eileen, you've been working really hard on that.
Yeah, I'll get, once he sends me the draft, which I believe will be pretty soon, then I'll talk to him about, definitive date to dial into the board meeting.
Okay, great. Great progress, Eileen, on that.
Okay. So,
I know next on the agenda was just station house projects, which I think we covered a little bit in what you just kind of gave as an update for the Parking Authority Auburn's report. The only thing I would clarify is on the refurbishment of the station house, the quote is somewhere in the neighborhood of like $20,000, just to give a perspective. It's got to get done, because clearly you can't paint now given the weather, but it is something that absolutely in the spring, as soon as it does start to be warm of next year, we want to get that on the project list. And I'm not sure if there's any other kind of maintenance items. That's like from when you first walk up to it, I know I noticed it, and I think we're at that point where it's got to get addressed. And I think Southport looks pretty good. Eileen, maybe it needs a power washing next year, but I thought that looked pretty relative to the Fairfield station house. I think the Fairfield is in more of a need than the Southport.
Yes, I would agree. And part of it is age. But yeah, I think these things, the exterior, the wood rot has to get fixed, because we're kind of asking for trouble if we don't get this repaired.
Right.
And so I'd like to, get whatever quotes we're getting and get on their calendar, because I know with the guy we met with last week, he said that he's starting to book for the spring. So this is the time to, lock somebody in. Okay.
It's definitely a project that we have to get done. And I've been looking at a couple of the other station houses. I didn't realize, but there's a consistency on the paint color. Like I looked at Westport over the last week, and it's the same color as Fairfield. So I asked Eileen, do we have an opportunity to maybe put our own little touch on it? I think the DOT likes to have the same consistent color on the station houses, right, Eileen?
Yeah, but they said as long as it's something neutral, just to keep them posted, and they would say, okay, that sounds good, or no, we don't, we don't want that. So they just want to be kept in the loop on what we decide to do.
All right. Well, we have time for that, but what we'll do is eventually start to give an update. I think on another meeting on our cash flow and budget. Just given we closed out the year, and we're seeing a consistent amount of people, and but I think that'd be good for a future meeting to give an update on where we are.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Are the roofs in good shape? Or?
Yeah, I believe the roof was in decent shape, Eileen, right?
Right.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just the walls, and particularly down at the bottom where the snow goes up against it over the years. That's what is a problem.
Yeah. Anything else in the station projects, Eileen? I know there's some other refurbishment on the, I'd say where the main flooring, but is there any more of an update there on any other station?
Well, that's the meeting I'm having tomorrow.
Right,
with engineering and public works, and so I'll have some information after that meeting. Okay.
Well, good. Good luck with that, and keep us posted as always.
Okay.
That's it from the main agenda here. Mike, do you have any questions? I'm sorry. I thought maybe I heard something.
I don't. I have no questions.
Okay. Any other topics? If not, make a motion here to adjourn the meeting. Okay, great. Does someone want to second that? Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Great. All right, we have, that's a wrap, and I do want to thank, I did see Mike last Sunday at the hot oil race, so the parking lot was in full order here, but it was great to see Mike. I think he had a better time than I did in the race, but I mean, it was a really wonderful event.
Oh, that's great.
That is it's such a great event. Yeah, it is. And the parking lot did play very, very well. It worked out great.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, one other last item, December meeting. Adrian just also alerted me she may have a conflict, Eileen, so we may need to come back and retable the meeting. I think we have December 14th as the date, but I know December is a very busy month, so we may have to come back to all of you on some other dates here, okay?
It is the 13th today.
Okay. So that's the only other item.
My goal is to be there in person.
Okay. All right. Well, great.
So should I send out a note to everybody and get like availability in December and
Yeah.
see what if we can come up with a common date?
Yes. Just what we have.
I'm good for the 14th. I'm sorry, it's the 13th.
Okay. I have a conflict now.
What about the 22nd? The 22nd is what we were looking at.
That's getting.
I know. Or maybe the Monday or Tuesday. I don't know. Like, let's come back to it, but that's the only other open item. So,
Okay.
All right. But I do want to wish everyone a wonderful and safe and healthy Thanksgiving for everybody, and have a wonderful time with your family. And we'll definitely be in touch on the December item here. But have a great evening, everybody. Thank you.